What's up, guys? Today I'm going to try to break down to the best of my ability on this Canelo versus Crawford fight on why it's going to be a competitive fight.
For the most part,
there is so many pinpoints of where to start this conversation, but we are going to start on where they started their career. We are going to start with Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez began his boxing career at the light welterweight division of 140 pounds before moving up to welterweight and then other weight classes. Throughout his career, he has competed in several weight classes including light middleweight, 154, middleweight, 160, super middleweight, 168, and light heavyweight 175. This is why Terence Crawford said in an interview, if you guys haven't checked that out, go check it out on YouTube. He said, "When I see Canelo, I see a smaller, bigger man moving up in divisions." That's exactly what he said, and that is exactly what he's trying to do right now and later in his career at 37, 38 years old. He's trying to do the same thing Canelo Alvarez has been doing his whole career. So think about what this means, guys. He's telling us that he is a smaller, bigger man fighting, moving up in divisions. He's telling you that Canelo Alvarez is not bigger than Terence Crawford, that he built himself to this bigger divisions. That's exactly what he is saying. But let's continue. When you look at Terence Crawford, he started his career at 135, which is only 5 pounds less than where Canelo Alvarez started. And he has gone up to 140, 147, and only one fight at 154. This means that he stayed at those divisions. He never went up in weight. That's why, going back to the interview that he had, he said Canelo Alvarez is sharp and quicker than these bigger guys at 168 is because he started in smaller weight classes. And he has skills. So he relies on his skills. He relies on his IQ and everything. And because he started in smaller weight classes, he can see the punches coming from these bigger guys that are slower than Canelo Alvarez, because he has skills and he has good defense. You see what I'm saying? So Crawford is sharp. He has good skills, good IQ, good footwork, and he's moving up in weight just the same way Canelo Alvarez has been doing. The only takeaway here is that I wish Crawford was doing that earlier in his career and not waiting till he's 37, 38 years old. So that's point number one. Now let's move to point number two, which is the power difference. When you look at Canelo Alvarez's career, in the weight classes where he was leaner, he was more elusive. He relied on more skills, on being more sharp. At 168, he relies more on power punches, one punch at a time with accuracy. You see what I'm saying? But boxing is not all about power. It's about overall attributes. When you see Floyd Mayweather, when he fought Canelo Alvarez, Floyd Mayweather put a catch weight on Canelo Alvarez, but come fight night, Canelo Alvarez was 15 pounds heavier than Floyd Mayweather. It was strategic. Canelo Alvarez probably had more power than Floyd Mayweather, but Floyd Mayweather knew that the way to beat Canelo was to outbox him. So Floyd had skills. He was experienced more than Canelo. Even though he was 36 years old, he was legit and in his prime. And he was just simply quicker than Canelo. He was 15 pounds lighter, and he was quicker. Floyd could see Canelo's punches in slow motion. Now, when you look at Amir Khan, he was having success against Canelo, right? The only difference is that Amir Khan does not have the chin or the defense. He is not an elite fighter of someone like Mayweather or Terence Crawford. But he did have some success until Canelo Alvarez landed a very accurate shot that it was lights out for Amir Khan because Canelo Alvarez is more skillful and has more power. But if you have the skills, you're an elite fighter, and you're leaner than Canelo, you do have a shot. The blueprint was there by Mayweather. Point number 3, we're going to talk about chin. We obviously know that Canelo Alvarez has an elite chin. Last time we seen Canelo Alvarez hurt was when he was 19 years old by Miguel Cotto's brother. That's the last time. He's fought big power punchers, but the one that's more noticeable is Triple G, and he had 3 fights with him. 3 fights. I remember when they asked David Benavidez, who's the hardest puncher you've ever sparred? And he immediately said Triple G, hands down. That guy hit so hard. So let that sink in, guys. And Canelo Alvarez had 3 fights with this guy. That just tells you how much of an elite chin Canelo Alvarez has. When we see Crawford, he's been hurt by Gamboa. He's been caught flush by Mean Machine that dropped him. Let's be real, he dropped him. They just wasn't counted. You see what I'm saying? But it's not how you start, it's how you end the fight. So it doesn't matter as long as you get the victory, because he stopped both of these guys. Same thing goes with Canelo when he fought Miguel Cotto's brother. He stopped him. So based on this pinpoints, based on overall we've been talking about so far, the best way for Crawford to beat Canelo is for him to be a little bit lighter than Canelo, because he does have IQ, he does have the skill set, and fight him like someone like Floyd Mayweather did. But then again, Floyd Mayweather is Floyd Mayweather. He's not Terence Crawford. They don't fight the same. When Terence Crawford gets hit, he's the type of guy that likes to get his respect, so he'll hit you back. He likes to trade with you at moments. See what I mean? So all I'm saying is that you might have it differently, but that I personally see him beating Canelo is the way Floyd Mayweather did. Look, there's so many ways how you can break down a fight like this. I could go for hours, but I'm trying to make a short video and as quick as possible for you guys with some pinpoints. But this is what's going to sum up the whole video. The key to this fight is going to be a competitive fight because Crawford is an elite fighter and Canelo Alvarez as well, for the most part. Now let me close it out. Now that you know that it's not so much about the height or the size difference, the main thing is that Canelo Alvarez has been doing this for years, and it's been a process of going up in weight classes and fighting different sizes and different skills. I mean, look at who he's fought earlier in his career. At 23 years old, he fought Floyd Mayweather. He has the experience of being in the ring with Floyd, one of the greats in boxing. He fought Sugar Shane Mosley, an experienced Miguel Cotto, Erislandy Lara in his prime, Austin Trout when he was a champion, undefeated and had never tasted defeat, Triple G, the guy that everybody didn't want to fight for being the most dangerous man at middleweight, a world champion, Callum Smith, a slick world champion, Billy Joe, a slick world champion, Caleb Plant. He went to 168 and beat all these guys who were undefeated one by one and collecting belt by belt. He didn't just fight one guy to become undisputed. He collected them. Then another guy in his resume, Bivol at 175. The experience there with a bigger guy. Kovalev, an undefeated Munguia, an undefeated Berlanga. The list is there. The process, guys, that's what I'm trying to talk to you guys. The process, the journey of moving up in divisions. That's the difference. So Terence Crawford is right. Canelo Alvarez is a smaller, bigger man moving up in divisions, and he feels that he's the same size. The difference is that Canelo Alvarez already went through the journey and had all this experience and all these fights in the ring. Terence Crawford is a certified Hall of Famer two-time undisputed. But when it comes to moving up in divisions and fighting top-tier opponents, I would have to say that Canelo Alvarez has the more experience. Even though they are both very skillful, I think that Canelo has the most experience. Just with Triple G and Mayweather in his resume alone. I mean, think about it, guys. But we can't count Crawford out just because of his mindset and his heart, his willingness. Elite versus elite at an acclimated weight where Canelo Alvarez has been for a few years now. It's a competitive fight for the most part, I'm telling you.
Anything can happen.
This is why, in my opinion, if Crawford beats Canelo, it will be an upset. Because Crawford has never fought at 168. That alone, he's never fought at 160, and he only had one fight at 154. The experience that Canelo Alvarez has moving up in weight divisions, his resume speaks louder than Terence Crawford's, even though they're both Hall of Famers. So you tell me, yes, I do feel like it's an upset. Canelo Alvarez, the only credit that he's going to get if he defeats Terence Crawford is against all those people that are going against him. All those critics, all those boxers, all those professionals, all the media out there that is counting him out and that Terence Crawford is going to literally take him to school. That's the only credit that he's going to get. It should elevate him on the pound for pound list, but as far as daring to be great, it lies on the hands of Terence Crawford. Let me know your thoughts below. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's discuss this. I'm out.